Hello, good evening, hi everybody, good to see you again. I said hi to I think all of you at the door. I just wanted to come out and welcome you and just to take a second. One, to plug a few things that are coming up in case you don't know what's coming here at the PAC. And then of course just to take a moment to introduce our artist of the evening, our star this evening. Just for your brains, if you don't know, coming up this weekend we have an opera on Saturday morning, Eugene Onegin at 10 a.m. That's a live broadcast from the Met. Saturday night at 4 o'clock, we have Coastal Voices doing one of their fabulous concerts here on stage, which is kind of the setup that you see behind the piano. So that's at 4 on Saturday. Next week, we get to see the final presentation, the capstone of the year for the new Lecuona Bar Dance Studio. So previously known as TJ Hoofer's. Lecuona Bar Dance Studio will be doing their Friday night and Saturday afternoon recitals. And then the following Saturday is Bloom Newport. So Bloom, if you haven't been, raise your hand if you have been to Bloom. Okay, more than half of you, fabulous. If you haven't, I really suggest you stop by. It's going to be here at the PAC, in the parking lot, at the Don Davis Park, and on 3 stages, including this one. We have free performances all day, we have a beer garden, we have over 60 vendors, local artisans, nonprofits sharing information about their work, makers that you can support, food trucks. It's just such a fun day. It's from 3 to 7 on May 16th. Please come check it out. It's really just celebrating all the best and brightest things about Newport. So please come check that out. Now, let's talk about our star of the show tonight. I think all of you here know Milo. Give me a round of applause if you know Milo. Welcome, you're in for a treat. And I was thinking to myself, gosh, what are all the different titles that I know of that Milo has? And I was thinking of titles like, vocal director, voice teacher, choir director, instructor, mentor, performer, singer, composer. There's just so many. I'll say they're superlatives. They're also just the labels of his talent. And so just a great colleague, a great friend. I have the pleasure of teaching a class with him a few times a year. And then, of course, one of the whole points of tonight is Milo's generosity to say, hey, I will come and perform. Thank you all. You were all very generous on your way in. All of those dollars go directly into scholarship support for our summer camps, of which Milo leads our Shakespeare camp, of course. We also do a 2-week theater camp. Jen Hamilton leads that, and Jen's here. I heard your voice. Oh, hi, Jen. Jen's up there. So leading our theater camp, we have a rock and roll camp, we have the visual arts camp, and all of those camps benefit from scholarship funding so that families don't have to pay 100% of the cost. Often what they'll do is say, I can do 50%, can you scholarship 50%? We don't do 100% scholarships because we find that students don't attend if they don't pay a little something. So just know that everybody pays something, but it really makes a big difference for our families who work hard here and who want to send their students and their kiddos to a creative, fun, positive 2-week experience, including Milo's Shakespeare camp. And this summer, they're going to be doing Much Ado About Nothing. How was I going to say Much Ado About Nothing. Milo, is this the first time we've ever done Much Ado? 2013. That's practically the Dark Ages. Yeah. Okay, enough talking. Are you ready to hear some fabulous music by Milo Graamans?
In our world Thank you and good evening. That's called Joy. It is an original piece that I wrote last fall, and it was one of those odd moments where I was doing a concert and that riff came to me like the night before, and I've got to turn this into something, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it at having just written it that morning, but I've since spent more time with it, and my church choir that I do down in Yachats is going to be doing a choir version of that song in a couple weeks at their spring concert. So it's turned into a bigger thing, and I just feel like a lot of us need to have a joyful evening through music, so that's what I wanted to do, and it seemed like a great way to start. But as a tie-in to that, I also 2 years, 1 year, whatever, ago, I wrote a piece that was actually specifically intended to be a choir piece, not quite along the same lines, but fairly close. And this is called You Can Be the Light, and it is a biblical paraphrase, but it's also just a message of being a light in a world that isn't always filled with light. So I'm going to segue right into that. The light of the world is still here within you. Walk in the light, believe in the light, so the darkness won't overtake you. For those who walk in darkness know not where they go. Walk in the light, let it shine bright, so that everywhere you go, you can be the light, shining bright. Though all the earth may seem to be dark, you can ignite a spark and be the light, be the light. The light of the world is still here within you. Walk in the light, believe in the light, so the darkness won't overtake you. For those who walk in darkness know not where they go. Walk in the light, let it shine bright, so that everywhere you go, like being in this space. I really enjoy this venue. I've had the privilege of doing so many different things in this building, including being part of this wonderful Shakespeare camp for middle and high school students. And I just think it's wonderful that we still have all of these summer camp opportunities available, and that there are more coming than there used to be. And it's great, and it builds our theater community greater as students come up and then proceed to do stuff on the community theater level, which I've also done a lot of here. And just speaking of all of that, I had the privilege some years ago to have a show that I wrote be performed here. Porthole Players helped me out with that at the time. They gave me a stage reading, and then a few years later, a full production in the Stiers Theater across the hall. And while it is not exactly the show that I would write today, if I were going to do it, because I have grown a lot, I'm very proud of that, and I really appreciate the community support that happened, and I want to do a song from that. This is called Starlight. I'm going out of order. That's okay, right? I'm gonna do this. The summer's over. It's getting colder. The leaves are drifting to the ground, and we're falling into autumn. And we're falling into autumn. The days are shorter, the year's almost over, but time just flies when I'm with you. As we're falling into autumn, yes, we're falling into autumn. The seasons changing, the storms they are raging, the weather keeping us indoors, and we're falling into autumn, and I fell for you in autumn, and though I'm falling, I'm no longer stalling. By your side, I will fall into your arms. I will fall into your arms. And we're falling into autumn, and we're falling into autumn, and we're falling into autumn. Thank you so much. This is yet another original. I'm front-loading a lot of the original work at the beginning of the program tonight. This one is called They Don't Know You Like I Do, and this goes out to anyone who has ever been in a situation that they had to put on a persona or otherwise be someone they're not, either as an actor or just to get through an awkward situation. Do you know how awesome you are? You have grown into a shining star, and the other stars, they're cool, but they got nothing on you. I have seen something I can't explain. You avoided your hour of fame, you just stayed behind. is an ode to nature, and specifically how nice the world must have looked before it was developed. I had this realization, or the inspiration for this song, while visiting the Olympic National Park in Washington State, and turning a corner on the trail, and everything was green, and like moss on the trees, the foliage, and across the path and through the water, everything looked green, and it was just a stunning image. And it led me to think, have you ever wondered what was here before this town? Before the sounds of car horns and subways underground, we built up all our stores and all our churches that stand strong. But your cement lawn won't last as long as the sunrise at dawn. So come along, my friend, let's get away from the city. We'll wander through the woods and watch the birds all flying through the skies. Don't you know, my friend, it really is a pity. The beauty of the world around is fading away before our eyes. I'd hear your preacher's speech if she would teach it at the beach. For there the beauty of the earth is always within reach. I really do admire your praise of all creation in choir, but unless you walk the talk, you'll never set my heart on fire. So come along, my friend, let's get away from the city. We'll wander through the woods and watch the birds all flying through the skies. Don't you know, my friend, it really is a pity. The beauty of the world around is fading away before our eyes. Fading away. When it was green, that was a sight to be seen. Can we ever be redeemed for replacing the forests with fine cuisine? Everything is brown, I see it here and all around. It gets me down, so I'll leave this town to turn that frown upside down. Come along, my friend, let's get away from the city. We'll wander through the woods and watch the birds all flying through the skies. Don't you know, my friend, it really is a pity. The beauty of the world around is fading away. And you may go down to the river to pray, but I prefer a forest glade. All I need is a path that leads through the trees and a sweet and cool breeze. You may go down to the river to pray, but I prefer a forest glade. All I need is a path that leads through the trees and a sweet and cool breeze. So come along, my friend, let's get away from the city. We'll wander through the woods and watch the birds all flying through the skies. Don't you know, my friend, it really is a pity. The beauty of the world around is fading away before our eyes. Thank you so much. All right, this is one that I did not write, and I think you'll recognize it instantly because it's such a part of the cultural consciousness, but I thought it was seasonally appropriate as we're already in spring and summer will be here before we know it. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise. take to the sky. But till that morning, there ain't a nothing can harm you. Ooh, with your mama and daddy standing by. And while I'm in the jazz standard mode, here is my very more peppy than most people's rendition of another jazz standard. This is Fly Me to the Moon. But let's get there in a hurry. See what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. What spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you. you something else that I wrote because I am just so inclined to showcase stuff that I wrote when I'm doing programs. It's kind of almost the name of the game. Although I only wrote the music to this one. I have my wife to credit for the lyrics. It was a poem that she had written before we knew each other, and I set it to music after the fact. And it's called Love Is. Love is. Love isn't just a word, it isn't just a feeling, it isn't just an action. Love is dedication, commitment, loyalty, touch, time, patience. Love is saying it's okay and forgiving when someone has wronged you. Love is taking time to listen, taking time to reflect, showing they know the other, worrying when they are away, cherishing time when the other is there. Love is saying I'm sorry and thank you. Love is saying I care about you. I know who you really are. I will never leave you. You matter to me. Love is in the small moments, a hug, a kiss, a walk. Love is comforting the other when sad. It is laughing with the other when happy, calming when angry, and lifting up when the other feels like giving up. Love doesn't stop when it gets hard. Love doesn't quit when it doesn't get its way. It doesn't yell and cause pain when angry. Love protects the other. Love is not just one thing, it's devotion, it's an emotion, it's a gentle touch, a soft word. Love is giving your heart for as long as it may last. Love is. Love Good morning, my friend. How have you been? I just want to say you're on my mind. The last time I saw you, you were feeling blue, and I hope you'll tell me what I can do. I'm glad to hear you say that you're alright today. You got this, you'll be okay. You look up at me and I don't know what you see, but I hope you know I'm here for you, and just for you. And I know my time anytime. And I know you're stronger than I am, but you don't have to go through everything alone. If this time you find that you need a friend, you can cry on my shoulder. It's the least I can do to be here for you. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn this mic away from me because this next one is an instrumental. It is from the Chopin Nocturnes. It is Opus 9, number 2. And to tie things back into the theme of joy while I'm on instrumentals, when I was studying piano as a child, one of the things that brought me most joy playing was specifically works by Scott Joplin, and I think a lot of people find those joyful as well. So I'm going to do a handful of those, starting with probably what is one of the most iconic ones in his oeuvre, The Entertainer. Thank you. This next one, also by Scott Joplin, is called Pineapple Rag. and this one is called Magnetic Rag. It has some very interesting titles. I'd be very curious to know where some of them came from.
I agree.
Thank you so much. And this next one is called The Ragtime Dance. And this is one of only, I think, 2 pieces that he wrote that call for a foot stomp as percussion in the music. And when you see that, moment come, or hear it as you will, if you feel inclined to stomp or clap along, feel free. It's pretty obvious where it comes in. I do think it's kind of funny. If you've ever opened up a book of Joplin's sheet music, a lot of the songs have this note play that says ragtime should never be played fast. And what's the definition of fast? There have been arguments about whether he wrote that note or it was the publisher. Regardless, it amused me because I have a tendency to rush tempos naturally. And I noticed, moment of truth, as I had you clapping along with me, that, oh, I usually rush here when I practice. And I gotta stick with the tempo that you have helped me to, which is great. I love it. This next one is not quite as up-tempo. It's easier for me to hold back on. This one is called Gladiolus Rag. And it's also one of my favorites. And once again, I just appreciate you spending the evening here, and I hope you feel like you've been filled with joy, and thank you for supporting the scholarships for OCCA summer camps. And if you would like to hear more beyond the confines of this evening, I do have CDs for sale in the lobby. You can also find my music on Bandcamp, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you like to do that stuff online. But I'm going to close us off with a piece that I used to do a long time ago, and then I was asked to do it for a memorial service a couple months ago, and I thought that's an odd choice for a memorial service. There was a very good reason for it, but because I had worked it back up, I thought it would be a fun one to do at this concert. It is Malagueña by Ernesto Lecuona.
That was ready. Yeah.
It's in Canada.
over $1,000, and this year it's over $1,700 for the scholarships. And go support Milo. Check out his CDs at his table too. Thank you for being here.